Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amy. My whole page is about teaching Aussies how to make more money and save more money. So if that's something you need, I would love if you stuck around. Today I'm going to go through 5 of my favorite beginner friendly side hustles that I have personally used for years. And in the last 12 months, I really knuckled down and started putting a lot of time and effort into these side hustles and also some more. And last year I generated $72,000 from online side hustles. These 5 side hustles that I'm about to talk about aren't the only ones that I do, but these are the 5 easiest for beginners. If you want links to any of the sites that I'm about to talk about or any of the other sites that I use, go and have a look in the description of this video. There's going to be a Stand Store link, and in there right at the top, you can just put your email in and you'll get the entire PDF full of everything that you need. So the first one I'm going to talk about is market research. This one I feel like no one knows about, especially in Australia, because no one ever talks about it. But market research is one of my favorite ways to make money online. If you haven't heard of market research, basically companies just want everyday people's opinion. And for market research, that's normally done by video calls. So you're either in like a group setting or it's more commonly one-on-one. Every single market research thing that I've done has just been such a good experience. I haven't had anyone be like mean or like expect you to know more things than you should, because going into these sorts of things, you don't need to have any sort of prior knowledge. So it's genuinely just they want your everyday person opinion. I've used a couple of different sites for this. My number one favorite is Askable. Just last week, I finished a $400 user test with them. So that was amazing. And I've also just recently started using user interviews, and both of those are linked in my free guide as well. But yeah, if you haven't checked that out before, go and have a look. Just go and sign up, fill in your details, and just apply to as many as possible that you think that you might be a match for, because it's just such an easy way to make money online. And for market research, it generally pays around $60 an hour for those phone calls. So they are so good for the time versus money. And right off the back of that, number 2 is user testing. Now, user testing generally isn't phone calls, but it's usually you're getting screen recorded, and sometimes you're talking out loud, sometimes you're not, but you're just like testing a website. Now that sounds like a lot more high tech than it actually is. You don't need to have any prior knowledge. Once again, it's basically just them showing the website to the general population, and they want to know what their pain points are. So if you've ever been scrolling on a website and you think like, oh, this part of the website is just so annoying that you have to click around to different spots, this is your chance to sort of share that data with them, and they can improve their own websites for this sort of thing. And they just want the general public's opinion because they want their end result to be as user-friendly as possible. Now, the site that I use for this right now is called User Testing, and I get about $10 USD for every single one. So that's about $15 Australian. And these user testing tests usually take about 10 to 15 minutes in my experience. So again, really, really good money. Next is a new favorite of mine, which is mystery shopping. I have been loving doing mystery shopping literally every single time that I go and do my groceries. So if you don't know what mystery shopping is, you're basically going undercover and sort of just talking about your shopping experience. So a lot of the times on Smart Spotter, that's one of the apps that I use, it's generally just taking photos of, displays, making sure that all looks nice, making sure that promotional items are up. Or Field Agent, you have to sort of talk through your buying decision. So Field Agent and Smart Spotter are the 2 main ones that I've been loving recently. I even just did one today for Field Agent. It was $15, and I just had to go and buy some bin bags, like things that I already needed anyway, but I'm getting $15 to do it. So such a win. And that's something that I can just fit into my everyday. If I'm already going to Woolies to go and do my grocery shopping, if I can make like $30 while I'm there, like that is so awesome. And you can oftentimes get free products as well. So definitely go and download those apps because they are so worth the time. And also on Field Agent, I just did an $8 one yesterday, which was just wrapping up my mints into separate little containers, and I just had to film myself in my own kitchen doing that. So $8 for a task I already had to do. Amazing. Now, number 4, it wouldn't be a beginner friendly side hustle video without mentioning surveys. Disclaimer, surveys are not going to make you rich. Surveys are not going to make you hundreds of dollars, but over time definitely can, first of all, make you hundreds of dollars. And also, if you're just sitting there on your couch watching TV anyway, if you can make like 10, 20 bucks a night, like that's just such an easy win for me. I use a whole range of survey sites, but if I had to pick one at the moment, it would definitely be Pure Profile. Pure Profile often has $4, $5, $6 surveys on there for me. So that's just such an easy thing to do while I'm just sitting there watching TV. But there's a whole list of different survey sites that I use. I use Eureka, Adapole, Octopus Group. There's so many. I have them all linked in my guide if you're interested in surveys at all. And I always recommend to people to just download as many as you can, just because sometimes one survey site just isn't really cutting it with the amount of surveys that you can get. But if you have 6 downloaded, you're never going to run out of surveys. I would have to say that surveys is probably the easiest beginner friendly side hustle because you can start literally right now. And number 5 is one of the very first things that I started doing, which is freelancing. Freelancing is essentially just selling the skills that you already have. And you might think that you don't have any marketable skills, but I guarantee that you do. Jump onto a site like Airtasker and just have a scroll through the jobs that people are asking for because you'll be surprised. I did this especially during uni. I would spell check people's work. I would do formatting. I got paid $80 once just to put in a table of contents in a Word document. It took me 10 minutes. So easy skills like computer skills is a skill that you have that other people don't, and people will pay you for that. I've even done things like delivery. So I was going home for Christmas and someone just happened to need something taken from where I am to where my hometown is. And I got paid like $100 to move a Christmas present for someone. So things like that are just so easy to earn a bit of extra money on the side. The pay obviously varies depending on the type of skills you have and the type of tasks that you're getting, but it's worth just getting on there and just seeing what you can do. I always recommend for those sites, you might have to do the lower paying jobs at the start just to get some reviews under your belt. So don't think that you're too good for, the $5, $10 jobs. Just do them, get some 5-star reviews under your belt, and you're going to get a way better chance at getting picked for the higher paying jobs. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 side hustles that I have personally done as an Aussie that has just made over $72,000 this year. If you have any specific questions or you want me to test out any other side hustles, let me know. I would be more than happy to. But leave a comment with your favorite side hustle that you're doing at the moment. And if you found this video helpful at all, I would love if you could give it a thumbs up. It would really, really help me out. And let me know what other videos you want to see from me. I have just expanded onto the YouTube world. I am a TikTok girly through and through. So if you have any videos that you want to see from me, please leave them in the comments.